Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Total War Troy, where we play as Menelaus, the King of Sparta. And if you watched the previous episode, you've seen that this faction, the Corsensos, declared the war on us. And as you can see now, in the next turn or two turns later, they decided to sign a peace treaty with us, and I think they just are going to cheat the Matrix or cheat us, and they think they found themselves a way to milk us from our resources, and that is not going to happen. So probably they were thinking that declaring the war on us would be a good choice to get some extra resources, because otherwise if they just if they just demanded those resources, we would clearly just decline. So that is what I guess what stood behind their decision to declare the war on us. And look at this. There are three armies attacking us right now, the Diomedes at least, and we actually have a pretty decent units in this army, so I think we'll play this battle manually. This will be a big battle, we can tell that already. There's a lot of enemy units, but the balance of power is incredibly to our favor. We are going to play this battle only to save some of our units. So I'm just going to do a quick save and let's fight this battle. Okay, so like the weather is not perfect, neither is the terrain. I hate to fight in the forests, but what can we do? We can speed this up and wait for them to come. And yeah, for some reason the balance of power is now even, and they do have some chariots, so we'll have to deal with them. Like, we will have to send our spearmen against them. That much is certain. And look at that, now the balance of power is definitely to their advantage. But if you've seen the auto-resolve, we were basically just completely overpowering our enemies. We are just now playing this battle manually to save the units we have, so that we don't lose a single one. That is the main reason why we fight this battle, and for whatever reason those two armies there are also sitting there and waiting for who knows what. And now I think did they start to move now? No, they didn't. So what is happening? Why are they not joining the fight to support their, mates? I don't get it. Okay, let's send Diomedes in the fight over there. Why are his guy like naked? And he has a poor attack. Okay, so I don't think Diomedes is of much of a value in the fight, honestly. You guys go in there. You guys keep shooting. And we can also encircle our enemies with these two units. So that we deal with them sooner. Okay, and charge them in their backs. That is exactly what we wanted there.
Forward we go.
And why are they standing still? The enemy units, I mean. What is the purpose of that? I don't get it.
Moving up.
Stick to fighting. Your conversation is lacking.
At your command.
Okay.
At your command.
We are holding our ground pretty well. And we now just forced the enemy chariots to attack us.
Sons of Achaea. Axes.
Okay, you guys deal with them.
Destroy the foe. Trained and ready. On the
Attack these spearmen as well. We cannot let them escape.
combat ready.
We can send
Axes.
a unit of axes into the battle there as well. So let's do that.
Funeral pyre prepared.
Actions speak louder than insults. The enemy hero has sustained a wound.
Okay. At least there's that. Great. They're suffering even more damage.
And now you run.
And it seems like this army broke. So that is good. And now the balance of power is evened.
Wipe them out. Strike hard. This is it.
But I don't understand why
Those ready.
why the remaining forces now they started to move. For whatever reason they haven't moved before. Okay, let's slow down the time. And we want to reorganize our ranks. Come on guys, don't make it more difficult for me. And yeah, we definitely need these guys back at the front line. And we want those guys back here as well. We can still chase down or damage a little bit more these guys. And we want these guys to go back as well. All of our units. We just need to reorganize all of our army. Okay? Because they are coming in. And I think their general was just waiting for us to start chasing the enemy units. Because this way we would expose you guys. Diomedes, go back! Why are you chasing them? We would expose ourselves as we did right now. Or more like, we would expose our archers to their attacks. Okay. So we dealt with these guys pretty quick. That is good. And we need those spearmen back over here, forming a flank or defense line. You guys need to go back as well. Don't chase them. It would be easier to just turn on the guard mode. What are you guys doing? This is getting so chaotic. This is getting so chaotic. But fortunately, our soldiers, like our ranged units, are perfectly capable of shooting at the enemy units all the time, almost. And it almost looks as if they were not running out of ammo anytime soon. Okay, we need to push their ranged units. And I think this is basically all that I have left, the ranged units. So we can easily just throw the remaining of our units into that fight over there in the middle. And Well, Diomedes has some tough time.
Ready to serve.
You guys go in there.
Count on me. Battle ready.
We need to save Diomedes. He's just too weak to fight the enemies like that. I'm actually surprised that a legendary lord like him would have such a terrible guard with him. This is really weird, but okay. And you guys, our axemen, focus on those javelineers. What a chaos! What a complete utter chaos! Okay, you guys focus your fire on the ranged units first and foremost. Okay, those javelineers need to be taken care of as well. Okay, and what is happening here? Why do those guys sit idle? Stand idle.
Forward we go. Foes beware.
We are under such a heavy fire. Let's send those guys there as well into the battle. Okay, and you guys fight those javelineers. Oh, and I haven't even noticed that we had some units chasing the enemy units outside of the map. So we need to send them back into the battle. Okay. So our axemen dealt with a unit of their javelineers. Those trees are just terrible in each Total War game. That is exactly why I hate fighting in the forests.
Ready for war.
Because they just block out the side, basically. Yeah, you guys keep chasing them. And attack those archers, maybe. And you guys attack those archers there as well. What a chaos. And they just made a terrible mistake, actually, I think. Because I don't see any reason in waiting with their armies or their units at the edge of the map, waiting for us to deal with the first wave of the enemies before they attack us. That was pretty weird. But still, as long as it works for us, I don't really care. Soon they will just start to run away, I think. Let's send those guys in the fight over there.
That works.
Okay. And let's boost our general a little.
Has gone berserk.
And we will also debuff some of our enemies. Okay. Those guys will not be able to catch up to our enemies, but these guys can catch those. But I guess we will see. And that is it. The end of the battle. So let's keep chasing our enemies down.
Are these lame insults meant to rile me?
And they are just having a terrible time. And because Diomedes is a lightweight class unit, he should be able to kill a couple of the enemy soldiers. Let's send those axemen somewhere. Okay. And let's intercept this unit with our light spear runners. They are now winded, okay, but still they should be able to intercept this unit. Come on, guys. I know you are tired, but you actually need to catch up to them and deal with those light swordsmen. So once again, I think I've forged a the valiant defeat. No, it would be a victory either way, but probably a Pyrrhic victory or Cadmean victory, and I forged it probably into like close victory, I think, more or less, and
I agree. I will. With me.
And also I saved probably all of our units. I think I've saved them all. But yeah, that was a very bloody battle. Look at that. All those bodies lying around everywhere. And it was such a chaos too, you know. It was a weird battle, but a satisfying one. Okay, let's speed this up. We are still just finishing off what remains of them. Okay, can you guys like attack them with that? This is really weird sometimes. Okay. So they will definitely lose a couple of their units. What is happening out there? Okay, a heroic victory. Okay. Okay. So we lost only 200 of our soldiers, and look at that, how many they lost. This is just incredible outcome. Yeah, have a laugh, Diomedes. Okay, and we can still replenish our forces, and this is what we'll do, because we still need to take that settlement. And that was a great victory. And there it is, yet another battle, pretty similar to the one that we have fought in the previous episode. So, without any further ado, we still have to play this battle manually. So that is exactly what we'll do, and we'll try to defeat this army as fast as possible, as soon as possible, and you know, destroy it completely and not let any of those guys run away. Okay, so they are now coming from two directions.
The enemy is receiving
So
reinforcements.
this time it might be a little bit more tricky to win this battle, but on the other hand, it could give us a higher chances of actually dealing or like destroying all of their units. So we will send one unit of these guys over there
Your hero
and
is under
two
attack.
units of the militia over there, so they can attack our enemies in their backs. And yeah, let's just throw our soldiers into that battle and focus the fire in the middle. Okay. And they are actually suffering some damage from those shots. And we can also only hope that our units here will hold the line long enough for these guys to go there. Okay. And you guys need to surround our enemies as well. It's more like a psychological warfare, and our victories so far are mostly based on the power to break the enemy's morale instead of actually dealing them enough damage. But let's just hope that this time we will be able to deal them enough damage to be done with them once and for all, hopefully. but we will see how the situation will go over here. For now, our axemen and clubmen are actually standing their ground pretty well,
Don't hold back.
and our enemies are slightly exposing their flanks to our archers, and their units are losing decisively, so this actually works for now, it seems. And because the enemies attacked us from two directions, there will be no such a crowd, you know, when the battle will end, assuming that we will win,
Hades has claimed the enemy hero.
so we will not stumble upon one another. Okay, let's chase those guys.
Strike hard!
In good order.
Destroy the foe!
Kill our enemies.
Ready
Destroy them.
Let's see blood.
Okay. You guys keep shooting there and do not let them
Spears.
get outside of that circle.
Destroy the foe!
Victory is close enough to taste. Combat ready.
We will punish them for their insolence
All over you.
that they are declaring the war on us.
Bows. Strike hard. Spears.
Okay. Got a couple of shots here and there.
Spears.
And you guys
Achaeans.
need to deal with that general of theirs. Okay, he's finally running away permanently, and look at that. It's a victory, so unfortunately none of our units were able to catch up to them, to these guys. We still did manage to fight off the enemy. Let's just hope that we can deal them more damage. We will turn off the guard mode for our archers. So yeah, let's chase down the enemy, and you guys focus on these guys, the more numerous ones, the more numerous units. Okay. Come on, keep chasing, keep chasing. We can also send these guys, but I don't see any point in doing so. They will definitely not be able to catch up to the enemy units, nor intercept them in any way. Okay, we can stop chasing these guys. And you, my champion, go follow them over there. Okay, but it seems like we can actually stop a couple of them. Are they actually fighting? Or are they just sitting around and watching them? And why can't we... Oh, I get it. Because there was this unit over there, okay. And this was the enemy general's unit, okay. So, okay, so I guess they let off because the guy himself left. Okay, let's end the battle. Close victory, but still a victory. And I think that they will just continue to attack us to try to actually take that settlement. But we will not allow them to do that. And soon enough, we will also send one of our armies to get there to deal with it, to deal with that faction, I mean, and at that, doing so, to unite those territories. Okay, so finally it's our turn to take some actions. So there were, for now, there were 2 battles, and then it was just the AI's turn. Okay, so if we attack that settlement right now this way, we will lose 2 of our light spear runners, and I don't like that idea, because this army here will be stopped, or its advancement will be stopped for 2 turns. But okay,
Send them packing.
let's just take that settlement, even though I don't understand the fact that it's a decisive victory, but we are still losing 2 of our units. Yeah, let's go for these light spear runners.
Courage and strong.
And I guess he just got a skill. No, he didn't. So what was this? Never mind.
Rely on me.
Right.
I remain undaunted.
So let's go for the colony with Menelaus.
Prove your worth.
And next turn he should be able to take that settlement, and we will secure yet another whole province. And it seems like we will be just outside of Troy. Look at that. Look how close Troy is. Okay, and Diomedes. Oh yeah, I almost forgot actually. Still has to take that settlement.
Ruin their death.
An easy win. Okay, let's occupy.
Ours now.
Faction destroyed. That is just great. This is just truly incredible.
I've got what it takes.
We are finally taking fight to our enemies. But I think that Melibea is now endangered by our enemies, unless there is this guy. Where is he? It was Selenius? Yeah, it was Selenius. So we will not be able probably to save Melibea. We can at least secure it a little bit more by, you know, creating a garrison there.
That's not an option.
And what units do they have? Some basic units, it seems, but still might be pretty dangerous for us. And with Agapino, we will go for the Oloson.
Bring the
And by the way, I'm not going with Agapino to Melibea, because I just assumed that Selenius will most likely retake the Melibea in the next turn. So let's just continue our advancement
all out.
on the enemy territories in order to,
It's our
well, end those wars which are already ongoing. Let's destroy that construction. Okay. And I think all of our champions did their move.
Oath keeper.
And is there anything happening around there? Like, we are almost... How many... By the way, let's check first. The Lapids, how many settlements they have. The Melibea and the Boeotians. So, the Lapids has only 2 settlements. Okay. Melibea has single settlement. So once we take that settlement, the Dion, it will be the end of them, for them. And there was Boeotians, and they also have only 2 settlements. So now the most powerful faction outside of ours is secondly Ithaca, but fortunately they are basically just our ally. But why do they condemn our war with Troy? I don't get that, but okay, whatever. And then the next one is Dardania. So, yeah. Okay. Some royal decree available. Let's go for this thing. And some constructions available as well. So, let's get more Zeus's like not influence but support of Zeus. Settlement upgrades available. We will definitely go for bronze production first, and here as well. Unassigned skill points.
Wisdom.
So diabetes. Actually, we will go for +5 to armor of spear units in Hero's army, but those are not. They don't carry those. They don't carry spears, so I don't get it. Whatever. Okay. This guy will pick this skill, and there's another imminent rebellion over here. So this region just constantly, repeatedly rebels against our rule, and they fail each and every time. So what are the Dardanians up to? They are performing some actions. Okay. And it seems like once more we have to play yet another battle manually, as you can see, because I mean those are basically light units which seem to be pretty weak, but we still have to play this battle to actually win it, you know. I'm just gonna do a quick save and fight the 3rd battle in this episode. Honestly, this garrison is very weak, but I think we do actually have some fighting chance, you know. So let's just wait for them. And we need to send those militia guys already right there, because there's only a single unit of
Your hero
spearmen.
is under attack.
Okay, there's already ongoing fights, so
Hungry for glory.
Foes beware.
and those guys need to stand their ground. Our militia guys have to move real fast, otherwise these guys will, yeah, they are losing decisively, and we don't want them to. Okay, you guys go in there, charge in to help our spearmen a little. Okay, things should change a little, I think.
Wipe them out.
Okay, so it seems like some of our units are still losing.
Of war.
The only like chances, or the fact that the odds should turn to our advantage, is that we have those ranged units that continue to shoot at our enemies. You guys shoot our enemies in the backs.
Attack. Combat ready.
So that is our only advantage, I think, in this fight, because basically almost none of their especially over here, none of their units is shielded, which makes them completely exposed to our shots. Our general is standing his ground very good.
Spears! Destroy the foe! Trained and ready!
Our enemy's morale is starting to break as well.
Destroy the foe!
Okay.
Sons of Achaea!
So, okay, each of the volleys actually deal them an incredible amount of damage.
Awaiting orders! Spears! Massacre them!
Actually, take on these guys.
Oh,
You guys shoot our enemies in the backs. Okay,
foes beware!
so it seems like it actually works.
Trained and ready!
Some of these guys rallied. And we are starting to win here as well,
Destroy them!
thanks to those slingers, I think.
Your loved ones will be bereft.
Okay. Now they are breaking, but we don't want them deep in our territory.
Awaiting orders! Hungry for glory! For the Achaeans!
We don't want them to go behind our lines, you know.
At your command!
Okay, another of their units broke.
Foes beware! Wipe them out! Ready to serve!
And it seems like we are actually winning this battle. So this tactic paid off once more. We can split this up. Okay. And you guys need to go there. And yeah. We need to send our guys after these. Okay. They are gone. So let's send our militia at their backs, but from what I see, there was no need in that. We still do have to take control, or not take control, but take care of what remains of their units. We will turn off the guard mode for our ranged units. I just hope that our archers can finish off these guys. Okay, a couple of good shots there. Their numbers continue to decrease, and that is exactly what we want. Okay, we can speed this up, but not like fully. Let's damage the general. By the way, oh, these are... I don't even know where that fight takes place, honestly. My guess is close to the Menelaus, because I think that is where this faction was. Pretty much. I might be mistaken. I most likely am. But yeah, that is my guess. Come on, guys, finish off what remains of the plainsmen. Okay, we can finally speed this up even further. Okay, so a couple of their units fled successfully. Come on, guys, at least destroy this unit as well. You only need to kill 10 of them more. You already did the majority. Come on. 6 more. That is all I need. 5. 1 more. Okay. We can now end this battle. And it was a heroic victory once again. So we lost 144 soldiers, and they lost almost all of their numbers. So they have the remaining amount of the number that we lost. We will replenish our forces in case of being attacked once again. We are not signing any barter agreements or anything. We don't need this much gold anyway. What are they doing? Look at that. It would seem that we have a fourth battle in this episode on our hands. It seems like this time we have no chances of actually going around our enemies, because we will have to go this long way around, and even further this, like over here, we don't have any chances of doing that here. So we just have to focus once more on basically making the most of our ranged units, and let's see if this will actually pay off. I really hope it will. So they are already suffering some damage. They will suffer even more of it.
Your hero is under attack.
Okay. Let's send those guys in the battle as well. But pretty much I expect the same thing as happened in the previous battle, so we didn't even need to send the guys around the enemy back. We just had to focus on shooting them to break their morale and to just deal them enough damage by our projectiles, or with our projectiles, you know.
Spears!
Let's
Awaiting
push
orders.
the enemy over here
Ares'
if only we
name.
can. And we definitely need to take care of matters around here real fast, because this line will definitely not hold for long. That much is certain. It's still a miracle that our archers are actually able to shoot at them.
Forward march! Move up!
But now I've noticed that there's only this single unit shooting the enemy at the moment. And we need to focus our fire on those renowned club warriors too. They don't have any shields or nothing, so they can't protect themselves from incoming projectiles. Okay, and right now it's basically just a battle of attrition. Let's send those guys in there. Or actually, you know what? We'll send our general there, but our clubmen, we'll send them over here so that they could stop or like reinforce this line, so that it can hold for a little longer. And we still should be fine. Okay.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Of course they are. There are so many shots. I'm still proud of them that they are actually standing their ground for so
Your
long.
warriors have been routed.
Don't worry, we are sending more soldiers. Don't worry, we are here to back you guys up with fresh forces,
Your warriors
almost
are
fresh.
rallying.
Ready to serve!
You can chase those guys off.
Wipe them out! Spears!
And you guys continue to shoot at these bastards, also these guys. Okay, so they broke.
Wreak havoc! Bring havoc! Let's see blood!
And yeah, so it seems like
Death!
This could be the end of the battle,
Don't hold back!
Spears!
and it is.
At your command.
Victory
So
is close enough to taste.
our tactic once again paid off. So that is very good. We need to focus
Onward!
on some of the more dangerous units. Give a chase to these guys. And you guys do that as well. We will turn off the guard mode for our ranged units, so that they can continue to follow the enemy units to kill as many of them as possible, to thin their numbers
Spears!
as much as possible.
Destroy them!
You guys do that as well. Chase the enemy. Okay. Let's speed this up, because now we just focus on dealing as much damage to our enemies as possible, defend their numbers after the battle. And honestly, these guys just made a terrible mistake by splitting their forces. I know there were two armies around there, and if they joined their forces, they would most likely just win. But they just made a terrible mistake by splitting their forces. What are you guys doing? Continue to chase those guys, the renowned club warriors. And this has become their undoing, honestly. Okay. Now they should start drop like flies. And let's just show them the might of Sparta. Why the Sparta in the coming centuries will be the leading military power in the ancient Greece. So the numbers were pretty even, but they still suffered great losses, and the majority of their units. Okay, we will actually replenish our units in case the other army comes around and attacks us. We are still dealing with those rebellions around here, which basically have no chances of actually winning. As you can see, they continue to try once, like every turn. But yeah, I think this will be all for this episode. So thank you for watching. There was a lot of battles going on. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like, a comment and subscription, and I'll see you next time. So see you around. Bye.